Week after week after week, this show is breaking me. I am laughing my ass off at the shenanigans that is this family, and the whole concept of take your kid to work day immediately piqued my interest and the imagination of what it would be like if you're, of all people, the assassin, the killer mom, would take her little girl on the job, and to see her go from Naruto running to watching a bloody murder, and in such a your fashion is just like, oh, we'll just tell dad it's tomato juice. That is the most perfect representation of what it would be like if she actually took it. Because, seriously, if she took our little Anya, our little precious Anya, on a mission where she slices and dices, Anya would be perfectly safe. You could literally throw her in a World War II battle zone, and Yor would keep Anya safe hands down. The issue is just what it would do to a normal kid, let alone someone who can already read minds, and the fact that rather than being shocked at what Yor imagines, she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna ask Papa to take me because honestly, this just isn't gonna work out for either one of us. And that was literally one of the funniest things that this show has shown us. And seriously, the past 3 weeks has been absolute comedy gold, but honestly, just imagining the possibilities of take your kid to work day with Yor, even imaginative as it is, it's comedy gold. Now, full live reaction is available on the Patreon. Broke me down within 5 minutes, so if you're interested, do check that out. But let's talk about this one, because I am loving what this core spy family's doing. The first core, as masterful, masterclass as it was, there's something about core 2, because we're more established with the family dynamics. We know how wholesome, if not violent, if not chaotic it truly is at any particular moment. So to see an episode where our girl actually ends up going with Lloyd to the doctor's office, and just the type of simple but effective comedy and bonding things that could happen are just amazing. Like, there's this secret bookshelf that Anya ends up going behind and more or less scares the doctor shitless because there's rumors of a ghost already, and then you have Anya in the vents making noises and screaming in pain and the doctors are petrified. But I love the fact that there's such a simple but like amazing bonding moment between Anya as well as Lloyd. And it works so well because it's such a misunderstanding, but it really does go to show how much he truly cares about Anya, as much as he may criticize her lack of studying or her intellect at times. Because he gives her like this sandbox with some toys. It's to measure like what's going on inside a kid's head depending on how they place things. Anya, not being there, just dumps the whole damn thing in, and it just looks like a war zone. Like, there's these action figures where their heads are ripped off and the screws just dangling. It's just amazing to see Lloyd go from being like, I haven't really been considering, like, this is stressful for her. She must be stressed as shit because I ripped her from one location, threw her into a new one. I thought she was going to get ice cream on the way home, and instead she gets the new issue of Bond. And I'm just like, if this doesn't show how much my boy truly cares about her, I don't know what will sell it to people, because I've been saying it for a long time. This is the most real family disguised as a dysfunctional fake family ever. And I think Lloyd, the stress that he gets caused either by your shenanigans, Anya shenanigans more so than ever, I mean, it never feels anything other than just a stressed dad, not someone who's like, damn, I can't wait for this mission to be over. More so, he's a man who dreads the mission to be over. And I think by having her tag along to his job, and just the fact that Anya has to give a presentation afterwards, you knew it was going to be a recipe for disaster, but entertainment gold. I thought what was going to happen was, obviously, every time Henderson's on screen, he finds elegance in Anya, Lloyd, the whole family in general. But to see his monocle just fall off, and then the confirmation that he got summoned to the principal's office later on, I'm just like, you can't help but love the fact that, Anya, in her precious, naive voice, talks about how daddy hits his patients sometime, and I'm like, if that isn't comedy of the season, I don't know what is. But it's what I'm loving, right? Because Spy Family, there's an overarching political war-torn story, and that's always relevant. But at the core, it's a slice of life about a family where the father's a spy, the mother's an assassin, and the daughter can read minds, and the type of crazy-ass shenanigans that can take place. And I love just seeing the escalation of them building into a more dysfunctional yet functional family. Dysfunctional in the way that murderous fantasies, secret little hideaways in the wall that can scare doctors thinking there's ghosts and you can't make sure Papa doesn't get fired because I discovered his secret thing here. But at the same time, it's so functional in a way that it feels like such a genuine family that started off so fake and forced, but has so quickly become something so memorable. And the fact that they even decide to put a little cherry on top at the end with her little spy notes. I mean, no one can read her handwriting. She doesn't need a coded message because only Anya can read Anya's handwriting. And Honestly, if you probably got Anya to read some of her handwriting, she probably would have to guess what it actually said. But the fact that she ends up getting Yor to write out this coded message, what I thought they were building up to was because Yor has this very nice handwriting and Anya ended up with this note. I thought what was going to happen was like Lloyd, or Scruffyhead as Anya likes to call him, would end up thinking, oh shit, there's like a bad person out there, you know, Anya got a hold of something she shouldn't, and maybe they'd start investigating. And instead they went way more funny because Anya, being Anya, goes to bed at 9 p.m., wakes up, or is supposed to wake up, 7 a.m., and even after 10 hours can still sleep through that alarm clock, to which Bond removes. And my poor boy thinks he's going on a date, thinking that some beautiful woman gave Anya a note to give to him, and he gets stood up after not sleeping a wink of sleep. And that is hilarious, because I thought the direction they were going was Anya would pop up, he would pop up, and they'd just both be disappointed. And instead, my girl sleeps through the alarm, and this poor bastard, who we've already focused on in his lack of love life, gets stood up after not sleeping the entire night out of anticipation. How do you not laugh at Spy Family? How do you not just say Spy Family is the best damn show ever? It's so good, and I'm just so glad that we're now 20 episodes in, and my love for this series is only getting higher as the episodes progress. And yes, it's a shame. We only got 5 more episodes before we got to say goodbye for who knows how long, until there's enough material the team can make it. Doesn't matter. All I know is that I do want more, and this being as successful as an anime as it is, we know eventually we will get more. It's just we gotta be patient, and I think quality like this, you're fine with waiting because it is such a comedy treat with such a high quality production value, with arguably the best Anya faces that we've seen ever. Like, there was just such a variety of them, and I just absolutely loved it. I mean, it's just something where, you know, the core idea of the show has remained the same for quite a while at this point, but they still find new ways to put these characters in just different events that refreshes the cast dynamic in such a way. You can introduce Discount Twilight and have it be just a shenanigan fest at the school. You can have last week and just the whole concept of a kid quitting and not quitting, and that's just amazing. Or you can just have Anya go to visit the parents' work, whether in the head of someone imagining how violent it would be, or actually seeing just play doctor and the type of spy shenanigans that can pop up. It's just, anything could be amazing. I'm convinced they could probably make a Bond episode, like just focusing on Bond, silent episode, or just focusing on a silent character like Bond who then just listens to all the characters, and you could probably make it work pretty well. But this episode was hilarious. The past few episodes have been peak comedy, in my opinion. At least it hits my funny bone. Of course, it's all opinions, but yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings down below, because I had a blast with this one, and I can't wait to see where we're going to take it from here. I heard good things about this episode before watching, and to me, it lived up to the hype. So thoughts and feelings down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here. Like I mentioned, you can support the Patreon. There is a full live reaction to today's episode available, and you can also get video shoutouts like a few are going to be getting today. So we got Tech Knight, Luke, and Defon Fiegel. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.